What it do, twin? It's your unc from the A. And if you haven't seen part one of the series, go watch that first. And the link is in the description. We'll probably have it on the end card too, so you can link back to it. All right. Because what I'm about to tell you connects directly to everything we talked about in that video. We covered a senior government official who walked out of a federal agency with $40 million in gold bars. He had a top secret clearance, fake degrees, fake military rank, gold stashed at the crib. And 2 weeks after that arrest warrant was filed, something else happened. Something that made me stop and say, twin, the timing is interesting. So uh before we get into the new story, I need to update you on David Rush. The judge reviewed this case, looked at the evidence, looked at the 40 million in gold bars, looked at the 2 million in cash, looked at the 35 Rolexes, and then looked at the fact that millions in gold and foreign currency are still missing, not recovered, not accounted for, just gone. And the judge said, no bond. Before I get any further, I want you to see this for yourself. Watch this. Let's see.
A former CIA officer accused of stealing millions of dollars from the agency will remain behind bars ahead of trial. On Friday, a federal judge ruled that David Rush should stay in custody as the case moves forward. Rush is charged with theft of public money. Prosecutors say he obtained tens of millions of dollars in gold bars and foreign currency through agency requests. The FBI says a search of his Virginia home uncovered more than $40 million in gold bars. Agents also seized $2 million in cash and dozens of luxury watches. Investigators also say Rush lied repeatedly about his military experience and education to secure CIA positions and falsely claimed military leave benefits. Rush faces a single charge of theft of public money. It appears to be based on the military leave payments he received after his honorable discharge back in 2015. But investigators say Rush could face additional charges as the probe continues.
All right, you just saw that. And that's not me saying it. That's the court, right? That's the reporters from the court saying it, right? He's not going anywhere. So he's held without bail, ruled a flight risk, and the reason is exactly what you think it is. When you have tens of millions in asset that nobody can locate, the court has no confidence you're going to show up for trial. He has the resources to disappear. The judge knows it. And that missing goal is the reason he's sitting in a cell right now instead of sitting at home. One fake transcript submitted in 2004 led to this moment 20 years later. Now, let me tell you what happened 2 weeks after that arrest warrant dropped. Bill Pulte, Trump, just appointed him as acting director of national intelligence. The ODNI, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, oversees 18 U.S. intelligence agencies, 18. The CIA, the NSA, the DIA, all of them. The ODNI is the umbrella over all of it. And the man now sitting at the top of that umbrella has never worked a single day in intelligence. No counterterrorism background, no national security background, no espionage background, nothing. What he does have is a track record of using agency infrastructure as a political weapon. When Pulte ran the Federal Housing Finance Agency, he used agency data to launch criminal fraud referrals against Trump's political rivals. That is documented. And now he has been handed the keys to 18 intelligence agencies. Trump told the Wall Street Journal exactly why. He said Pulte's acting status makes him, and I'm ready, and I'm reading this directly, less shackled to do the hard work. Less shackled to do what exactly? That's the barbershop question, twin. So take a look at this, man. I want y'all to see this about Bill Pulte. He's the guy on the right that's getting the award. I want y'all to hear what people are saying about the award that he got, so you can kind of see what type of individual they're talking
Look at this
about.
fucking thing. Come on. Harder, daddy. All right, fine.
Not this guy on the right, but they're gonna be showing you Bill Pulte. The first thing is just to show you what type of conference. This is the Pulte conference, and yeah, there's just a bunch of people that's slapping each other with dildos. I don't get it, but that's basically the conference that he's at. So they finna show you he's about to get an award. So I want you to pay attention to that, okay? He's Bill Pulte. He's about to get an award. So pay attention to the award.
There you fucking have it. The first dildo slap in history live. So, Bill, this said.
So, all right, y'all just saw the MC. That's why I wanted y'all to see the MC so you can see what type of atmosphere we got here. He's about to give Bill Pulte an award, right? So take a look at this, okay?
As Bill Pulte fucks. All right?
Yeah.
Let me go back.
In history live. So, Bill, this says Bill Pulte fucks. All right?
Yeah.
And then if you notice it's got a tramp stamp with a butterfly
I
on
like
the back.
it, only the young.
One ass cheek said, yes, it does say only the young on the back here. Only the young, December 14th.
That looks pretty badass.
Bill Pulte was given a little statue by the man who just slapped you.
Now, if you've seen the whole video, right? The statue fell right after he grabbed it. I know that's besides the point, but it's probably saying something. But anyway, we're gonna let this guy talk here for a few minutes. We're gonna see what he got to say. He did say some key things that I did like. So I want y'all to hear this, or at least that applies to what we're talking about in this.
The other man in the face with the dildo that said Bill Pulte fucks only the young. That this man is now going to be the acting DNI, Director of National Intelligence, top spy, overseeing 18 component parts of the intelligence community. Bill Pulte is this random businessman who Trump installed as the head of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, or FHFA. He's used his access to sensitive mortgage data to manufacture criminal cases against Trump's enemies, like Letitia James. It is very obvious then what is happening here with this news from today, because Pulte has no experience in intelligence. He has no national security background, literally none. And the only reason you make this guy the top spy in the US government overseeing the entire intelligence community is to give him access to all of our intelligence data and all of the authorities they have and all of the collection tools they have to use those to go after Trump's enemies. And so that is absolutely chilling. This is what dictators do. This is how countries slide into becoming police states. We know.
All right. So we're gonna let it run at that, right? That's the play, guys. That's the play, man. So let's talk about the play, right? So Trump told the Wall Street Journal he wants Pulte to fire large numbers of ODNI employees. He called the office, quote, unnecessarily and or too big. The ODNI has approximately 1,800 employees, career professionals, people with talent. Talent, okay? People who have spent decades learning how the intelligence community works. People with institutional memory going back through multiple administrations, gone. Replaced by what exactly? That question is also not answered. And here's the part that should make you sit up straight. Pulte himself can't even get confirmed permanently. He currently does not have enough Senate support to be nominated as the permanent director. So the man building the new structure inside the most powerful intelligence office in the world doesn't even have a permanent job. Less shackled, can't get confirmed, firing everybody who knows how it works. I'm just reading what's documented, twin. You connect the dots. Now, I want you to hold everything I just told you. I want you to hold everything from part one at the same time. David Rush arrest warrant filed May 20th, 2026. Trump tells the Wall Street Journal he wants mass firing at the ODNI June 5th, 2026, which is yesterday, 15 days apart. I am not here to tell you that those two things are connected. I do not have a document that proves that. What I do is present what is documented and let you decide. So here is what is documented. The ODNI oversees 18 intelligence agencies. If somebody inside the intelligence community knew how Rush was getting tens of millions in gold authorized with no accountability, or looked the other way, or was part of the chain that approved it, gutting that staff removes institutional memory fast. The people who might not know what happened are the same people getting fired. That's not a conspiracy. That's just how cover up works when they work. So here are two theories, okay, that I'm going to give you, both grounded in what's documented. You pick. Theory one, this is cleanup. Somebody inside the intelligence community either knew about what Rush was doing, looked the other way, or was part of the chain that approved tens of millions in gold disbursement with no accountability. Gutting the staff removes the institutional memory. The people who might know what happened to the missing gold are the same people getting fired. That's not speculation. That's a documented fact pattern worth noting. Theory two, and this is the one I want you to sit with. What if David Rush isn't the mastermind? What if David Rush is the fall guy? Think about this for a second. This man submitted one fake transcript in 2004 and somehow penetrated the highest level of U.S. federal employment. TS SCI clearance, Senior Executive Service, that's the SES, access to classified national security information for 15 years. Nobody checked, nobody flagged it, nobody caught it for 20 years. Now, I'm not saying that's impossible, but I am saying in a country where they can track a single dollar bill across 3 continents, the idea that one man with a fake Clemson transcript just waltzed into the intelligence community unchecked for 2 decades requires a level of incompetence that strains belief. But what if the incompetence wasn't incompetence? What if David Rush was placed there? What if he is an asset, a plant, somebody put inside a federal agency specifically to move money, gold, foreign currency, things that don't show up on a wire transfer on behalf of people whose names will never appear in an 8-page affidavit? And when the operation was done, when they got what they needed, David Rush becomes a story, the fall guy, the guy they arrest with the gold bars so that nobody asks where the rest of the gold went. Because, twin, let me remind you, the FBI found 303 gold bars at his house. The affidavit clearly states that a significant portion of the gold and currency was already gone before the FBI got there. Gone. No paperwork, no trail, no accounting. So the question isn't just who approved the gold disbursements. The question is, where did the portion they didn't find go? Who has it right now? David Rush is sitting in the cell without bond. He cannot talk about what he knows without implicating himself further. He is the perfect fall guy, visible enough to be the story, contained enough to be the story. Okay? Contained enough to protect whoever is above him. Now, I want to be clear. I do not have a document that proves any of that. That's just barbershop conversation. All right. That is what the facts on the table suggest when you look at them with your eyes open. What I do have is an 8-page federal affidavit that never names the agency, that refers to the most powerful government in the world only as USG. That accounts for 303 gold bars, but goes silent on where the rest went. Say everything without saying anything, twin. You decide what that means. So, and here's the thing, twin. This connects to something bigger. Ty Blanche, Trump's personal criminal defense attorney turned acting attorney general, went on television and said he is actively building roadblocks inside the Department of Justice to prevent prosecution of Trump after he leaves office. He signed an addendum declaring the federal government, and I'm reading this, forever barred from pursuing any tax claim against Trump. The DOJ is being restructured as a personal protection service. But here's what nobody is saying loud enough. All of that is federal. Trump controls federal. Pardons are federal. The states are a completely separate jurisdiction. The president of the U.S. has zero pardoning power over state criminal charges. Zero. That is constitutional. He cannot self-pardon federally, and he cannot touch a single state prosecution. New York, 34 felony counts, still in play. Georgia RICO case, still alive. Blanche can build all the roadblocks he wants inside the DOJ. None of that touches a single state attorney general. We don't care about what he does when he's done, twin. The states are already at the door, and there is no pardoning from the states, homie. 40 million in gold, missing. The judge looked at all of it and said, no bond. You're not going anywhere because we don't know where the rest of the money went, and neither do you, apparently. The people watching the watchers, fired. The replacement has never done the job a single day in his life, and the DOJ is being restructured to make sure nobody asks questions after January 2029. But here's what they thought. Here's what they forgot, right? The states are coming, and nobody told them to stop. And somewhere out there, there is gold that the FBI never found, currency that has no paper trail, and a man sitting in the cell who knows exactly where it went and cannot say a word without making his situation worse. That silence is a story, twin. Rush arrest warrant, case number 126 MJ 177, Eastern District of Virginia, filed May 20th, 2026. The link is in the comments. Pulte appointment, Wall Street Journal, June 5th, 2026. Both links in the description. Go read them yourself. I'm just here to make sure we don't forget. If this hit, share it. Drop it in somebody's comments.